One person is dead. Another has been sentenced to 8 years probation for a fatal DUI crash. Tonight, we look beyond the backlash into why the driver will not spend one day behind bars.
I don't want to be flippant about it, but it's a pretty clear case of vehicular homicide by reason of intoxication.
A clear case with an outcome many feel is anything but. News Channel 11's Kylie McGivern continues to follow this case, and tonight brings us answers. Kylie?
Josh, on our Facebook page, you'll find a wave of backlash to Ray's sentence, with dozens wondering how someone convicted of vehicular homicide by intoxication could get off with no jail time. I wondered the same thing and requested a copy of the 20-page opinion that Judge Jerry Beck filed this morning, which outlines his reasoning for granting probation. Following an afternoon filled with raw emotion in the sentence hearing of 70-year-old Patricia Ray, Judge Jerry Beck spared the family members the agony of listening to a 20-page opinion before giving his decision.
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, then I'm going to tell you why I'm going to do it.
Ray faced up to 12 years in prison. Instead,
I'm going to grant probation in this case for 8 years.
When you do something, you should have to serve time for your crime. And she committed a crime. She killed my daddy.
Dwight Sluter's only daughter, Penelope Pear, said even some jail time would have been better than none.
A day, half a day. This is ridiculous.
What Pear couldn't accept is the fact that someone who gets a DUI has to serve a minimum of 48 hours in jail. Yet in this case, since the judge combined vehicular homicide and DUI with other charges, he determined there is no minimum required jail time.
She just left in her car to go home. My dad can't do that, and he'll never be able to do that.
The judge disagreed with the state, which argued Ray should serve her sentence in confinement because anything less would depreciate the nature of what she did and serve as a deterrent for others who may get behind the wheel after taking prescription drugs.
A lot of people have misapprehensions about what a judge can do. They think the judges are just out there like rogue bears doing what they want to do. That's not the case. I'm governed by very specific rules.
So how can this happen? The judge's opinion states, quote, "The legislature has provided that a person sentenced to 8 years or less is eligible for probation and other sentencing options, even if convicted for an offense involving the death of another person." His opinion notes the events in this case indicate an isolated incident not resulting from long-term abuse, recreational use, or chronic addiction to prescribed drugs. Judge Beck went on to write, quote, "The nature of the offense was not sure to outweigh all factors favoring probation. Those factors include the fact that Ray has no substantial prior criminal record. She is now 70 years old, has medical problems, is remorseful."
I think about Mr. Sluter every single day and your family, and I am so sorry. And I wish there was something I could do, but I can't.
And probation, he wrote, would be in the best interest of the defendant and the public, as Ray requires continuing medical and physical assistance because of her age and medical condition. And at the end of his opinion, Judge Beck wrote that the factors you just heard, quote, "clearly outweigh any factors favoring incarceration." Again, a decision that, despite the law for many, may never be clear.
All right, Kylie, I know you've been following this story for weeks now. Thanks so much for the update. Also,